Doing a visit to Tiny Homes Atlanta to start our tiny home research process.
Yeah, this is one of our most popular models, the one-bedroom tiny Hacienda.
Which one? The blue one?
The blue one, yes.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
How many? What are the dimensions of it?
It's 399 square feet.
Okay.
12 by 34.
12 by 34. Okay.
Watch your step.
Yes, sir. Oh. Okay.
Yep. So this is the main area, open space. Already set up for your flat screen here.
Okay.
There's your kitchenette area. Comes with appliances.
Okay. We wouldn't need a lot of kitchen space, so that's good.
Oh, okay. So was it going to be something for yourselves or for friends?
So we have an Airbnb,
Perfect.
but it would be better to utilize our backyard space just because it's pretty big.
As an Airbnb?
Really, what we're trying to do is to, like you said, if it has two different sides, one side could be rented out. He wants a wellness studio, to work out and stuff,
Yes.
on the other side.
Okay.
So we're trying to find one thing that will suit all our needs.
Okay.
Yeah, I just have questions about how to even start.
Okay. I'll answer all those for you.
So this is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath?
Yes, this side is. Now there's another side. I'm going to show you the other side next.
Oh, that's perfect, right?
But that bathroom is a little bit bigger than it looks. Check it out.
Yeah.
And you can also have that wall removed.
Right.
So this can be kind of one big open space.
So a bed and a sitting area all in one.
Yes.
And it's got a mini split.
Yes, all of them have a mini split.
Okay.
Then you have another side. Now the good thing is each side has its own mini porch. So you can come outside and get some fresh air. You have a little bench to sit on. So that's pretty cool.
So the bench comes with it?
Yes.
Okay. So literally it's two
separate sides.
So it's a 2-2. It's not a 2-1.
Yes.
Oh, is this half?
Yeah,
No.
This has a bathroom and it's a shower out here. You can put a mini fridge or a cooktop or microwave up here. So, however, that blue one is a repo. So you'll get a real good deal on that if you're interested. But this model is great. I call this the cash cow because this is a like an investor's dream. We have a guy who's renting each side out for $800 a month a piece, and he's financing through us. He put $5,000 down, he's paying $390 a month.
So let me ask you this: what are the dimensions of this one?
I know it's 12 wide. I think it's 40 feet long.
Okay, because that's what we also have to keep in mind.
Sure. Yeah, I'll give you the dimensions, but I believe it's 12 by 40. They're typically 12 by 34, but the porch can be additional 5 foot or 9 foot.
Okay.
But this is a great model because the middle section has a laundry room. So we have a guy, the guy I was telling you about, who's renting out each side for $800. He has a coin laundry in here. So he's making money off that too, and a snack machine in that corner. So he put a snack machine in there, he's making money off that. And then he's charging $800 a piece for each side, and each side is identical. And this is one side right here. So it looks kind of like the other side on that.
And how many square feet is this?
This is, I think this may be like 110 or something. Just this little room.
Just this side?
Yeah, just this
But
side.
the whole...
$399 is all ours are $399.
Oh, so this whole thing is 399 square feet?
Yes, including including the washroom.
And the other side.
Yes.
Okay.
So, we also got a guy who bought this model, and he's doing an Airbnb, $100 a night inside.
I'm glad I wore these stretchy pants today.
Yeah, get your exercise in.
Okay.
But so this one is considered a 3-bedroom. This is considered 1 bedroom. That's considered 2, and that would be the 3rd over there.
So this is like.
But that would
This is like 1 bedroom.
Yes.
2 bedrooms.
Right.
Okay.
Or you can have this wall removed, and
Right.
this can be one big open room.
Oh, because this is a bathroom.
No, this is not bathroom. Bathroom is right there.
Oh,
This
it's
is
a-
the sink. But they do that because the bathroom is so small. There's no sink in the bathroom.
Okay.
You can see it's a very small
Oh,
bathroom.
there's no light. Okay.
This one can be. There's quite a few changes that can be made to this model. You can put a door right here.
Oh, okay.
Put a door right here, so that way you can separate the 2 sides, have a little more privacy.
Okay. So I'm a little confused about how to even start the process. So like I said, we have a house in the city.
Okay.
We have this really, really big backyard. So who do I contact to find out about permitting? I know it's the city of Atlanta, but specifically, like, are there is there like a maximum size that I'm probably allowed to do based on the size of our parcel?
Right, sure.
That kind of stuff?
Sure. So you need to contact your zoning department. It would
Okay.
be Fulton County Zoning.
Okay.
And I'm almost 100% sure they recently approved tiny homes in Fulton County.
Yeah, I know they're allowed. I just
Okay.
didn't know what the specifics are.
Specifics, right?
Right.
You would have to contact the zoning department.
Okay.
Fulton County Zoning.
But generally speaking, those that we just saw are 399 square feet.
Yes.
Okay. And then ranging from 12 by 34 to 12 by 44, depending on the porches.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. So then what about having to level and grade the land?
I mean,
Is that something y'all help with, or is that something we have to figure
yeah,
out?
that would be something you guys would have to figure out.
Okay. So basically what happens is y'all construct the home and customize it based on the finishes and whatever else we choose.
Correct.
And then you deliver it, but we have to figure everything else out along the lines of connecting to electricity and plumbing
Correct.
and all that.
Correct.
Do you provide guidance?
I can give you people who we can refer you to somebody
Right.
who can do the work, but
Okay.
you ultimately it's your decision.
Okay.
And we build these in Eatonton, Georgia. They're built on wheels, on steel beams, and then we hook the wheels and axles and front hitch to it, and then we drive it to your house.
Okay.
You have 2 options. We can drop it off as is, or you can pay an extra $649. We can take the wheels and axles off and the front triangular hitch, lower it down to the ground about 15 inches, and perimeter block it with cinder blocks and level it out. It's called drop and block. So that's something that we offer.
Okay.
And then after that, it will be your responsibility to hook up utilities.
Okay. But then we could later, if we move or we just decide, oh, we want to make this a lake house or something, we can still pick it up and move it.
Yes, because you get to keep the wheels and axles and front triangular hitch. You keep
Okay.
those. So that way, if you decide, hey, I want to move it, all you got to do is jack it back up, put the wheels back on, and then you're good to go.
Okay. And how long is like the construction time typically?
Yes, good question. Right now, we're backed up. It's about 12 weeks.
12 weeks is 3 months.
Yes.
That's not bad.
Yeah, 3 months.
Yeah, because my main concern is somebody just being able to guide us through the process so we're
Sure.
doing it correctly in the right order.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And not
we'll-
running into stuff we just didn't know about.
Right.
So what you just said, the drop and block, that is basically what I'm asking about, the leveling.
Yes.
Okay.
That's something we do.
Okay.
We just don't hook up the utilities.
Okay. But you could refer us to someone that could
Yes.
figure that out.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so these are classified as ADUs, accessory dwelling units, and technically they're not for full-time living. They're for recreational use, but there's a gray area where if you have a home already on your land, then you can put it in your backyard as a shed or, again, an accessory dwelling unit, and no one is living there full-time per se, but it's just for recreational use. However, our models are built out where you can live in them full-time.
Okay.
So all of our tiny homes are 399 square feet, just shy of 400 square feet. And the reason we build them like that is because anything over 400 square feet is technically not a tiny home. You're getting into a mobile home or a manufactured home. Anything over 400 square feet will require certain permits, licensing. It will have to be built to certain codes or standards. Anything under 400 square feet is a kind of gray area where technically it doesn't have to be built to any code. There's no real standard. There's no real permitting that's needed. Again, this is like putting a small shed in your backyard. Financing, basically it's $5,000 down with approved credit, but that there is no minimum credit score requirement. We look at your debt to income ratio and check to see if there's any outstanding bills not being paid. We work with people, but $5,000 down. The great thing is that covers everything. They roll everything into their financing, including delivery as well as taxes. So, you know, on a $30,000 tiny, taxes could easily be $2,000 at 7%. Actually, a little over $2,000. So if someone had to come out of pocket with that on top, that'd be like a lot of extra money. So they roll all that into the financing. Now, as far as the financing options, there's two options. If your credit score is a 710 or higher, you can do 5 years at 6.9%. This is with our in-house financing. If your credit score is below a 710, then we offer 12.9 at 10 years. Now, at 12.9 on 10 years, your payments are still going to probably be a little lower than the 6.9 at 5 years because you're paying it off in a short amount of time. It's usually about $100 difference.
And so, obviously, depending on how much the cost is, that would suggest what the monthly payments are.
Yes.
But what were you saying about somebody that pays like $399 a month or something?
Yeah. So if you bought a model, in particular, we were talking about the tiny condo, which goes for like $27,000 and some change, and they put down $5,000. Their payments were like $390 a month, and they did 10 years for 12.9, and they were paying $390 a month, written each side out for $800 apiece. So they're making, after they pay, they're making an extra $1,200 a month.
Right.
So, and this was the same person that put the coin laundry in, so he's still making, you know, maybe $100 or so off that a month, $50 or whatever he's making.
Right.
So that was just an example.
Okay. And so, tell me again for financing what you need.
$5,000 down.
And then to get started,
You would have to fill out that form, and so you can pick and choose exactly what you want. We would go through the process. You pick out your colors and all the upgrades, and then we would send it over to our financing. Oh, not our financing, our transportation department, so that they could get a quote for transportation. Then once we get the final quote for everything, then we get you approved based on that final amount, including taxes, including transportation. So there's no surprises. We give you the final amount. We'll say, all right, with everything, taxes, transportation, delivery, this is your final amount. You say, okay, that's fine. Then we send it over to financing department and get you approved on that, based on that final exact amount.
but then it's our responsibility to figure out any additional costs with regard to getting the plumbing hooked up, the electrical stuff
absolutely.
hooked up, any permitting.
Sure, yeah, we have
all
nothing
that.
to do with that.
Right. Right. Okay.
Yeah, and check that out first, because we've had people. We had like one or two people who bought it, and then the county was like, "Oh, you can't put this here," and we're like,
Right.
You got to do your due diligence." You know?
Exactly.
We can't, because Georgia has over 154 counties. All right, we got some research that we've done, but we're not going to know every county.
Right.
And then some of these counties are changing, and then it depends on exactly where you're at. You could be across the street. We had a person who literally was across the street. They could have it, and then they couldn't because the zoning changed right across the street. But how will we know that?
Right, that's
But
not
we
your
don't
area.
know that. You
Right.
have to do your due diligence.
Okay. From start to finish, it's about 12 weeks or so.
Yes.
To
build it.
Okay.
And then it will have to be delivered.
So even like, for example, like I said, we have a gate that we would have to have torn out. We would just have to take care of all that beforehand, so
Before our
that
delivery guy gets there.
Right.
Our delivery guy needs 15 feet opening to get through. These things are 12 by anywhere from 34 to 44. But the 12 is the width, so we need at least 15 feet because the truck has to get through there, plus, you know, obviously the tiny home. And then they have to be able to turn around and get out of there. You don't want them stuck in your yard. So,
Right.
you know, that's just something to consider.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you.
Sure.